Hello and welcome to the Sound Live. Introduce us, Eve.
Well, I know he reacted to Bad Penny and all that, and I didn't feel like that fully encompassed all that he's about as a musician, guitar player, frontman. He's an incredible acoustic player, and also, I mean, he doesn't show it in this video, but he's an incredible slide player as well. And yeah, it's just I think he says it at the beginning of the video, but he's covering a Leadbelly song in this. It's called "Out on the Western Plain," and it's got kind of that Western vibe, so to speak. It's fingerstyle, and I can't remember if it's in an alternate tuning or not, but yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Right on. Well, I mean, any artist that has any type of, sonic diversity and a diversity of influences is going to, um, you know, have a lot of different things that they can do. Especially because if you have to play for hours and hours, if you do the exact same thing over and over again too much, even if you're sick at it, that can get boring. So every once in a while you need to break out the acoustics. That's what you bought them for, right? So
Right.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, if nothing else, just to break it up, give the ears a little bit of a break, maybe a little bit, whatever.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Without further ado, Musician's Panel reacts to Out on the Western Plain, Rory Gallagher. Here we go.
You might like this next one. We've recorded this fairly recently. Hope you like this version of a Leadbelly song called Out on the Western Plain. Thank you. When I was a cowboy out on the Western Plain. When I was a cowboy out on the Western Plain. Well, I made $500,000 pulling hard on the bridle rein. Come a cow cow, yiki, come a cow cow, yiki, yiki, yay. Come a cow cow, yiki, come a cow cow, yiki, yiki, yay. What was the greatest battle ever on the Western Plain? What was the greatest battle ever on the Western Plain? When me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James. Come a cow cow, yiki, come a cow cow, yiki, yiki, yay. Come a cow cow, yiki, come a cow cow, yiki, yiki, yay. Now when me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James. When me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Jesse James. Well, the bullets were flying just like a shower of rain. Come a cow cow, yiki, come a cow cow, yiki, yiki, yay. Look out, Jesse. What was the greatest battle ever on Bunker Hill? What was the greatest battle ever on Bunker Hill? When me and a bunch of cowboys rode into Buffalo Bill. Come a cow, cow, yiki, come a cow, cow, yiki, yiki, yiki. Cow, cow, yiki, come a cow, cow, yiki, yiki, yiki. Yeah. Out on the Western Plain.
Bravo. Bravo, Rory, man. That was a sick performance. He was so into it, you could see on his face, man. He was just
Yeah.
like, and I mean, I don't want to say, it was like notely perfection. There might have been a couple of spots where things might not have been 100% perfect, but the feeling through it was so intense. And I just love that hybrid pick. I don't know, was he using a flat pick or a thumb pick while he was also doing the fingers. It's a cool
Yeah.
technique, and I have not gotten the hybrid technique down. I'm pretty much like at this point either a pick player or a finger player, and didn't really care to do a hybrid. And all of a sudden, I'm like,
Yeah, I can sort of do both. I'm not that great at hybrid picking, but I can definitely do it if needed. It's just I guess a situation hasn't arisen that I have used it yet. I mean, that being said, maybe I'll write a tune with that in mind.
Yeah,
Cool.
I actually
Yeah.
use it quite a bit. I cover the Lead Belly song that Zeppelin ripped off. I forget the original title, but Lemon Song. That's a Zeppelin song I can scream and yell a little bit.
Yeah.
And that one, yes, is hybrid picking. To me, it's like after I was doing fingerstyle, I just started doing hybrid without really thinking about it because I think, oh, instead of trying to, skip pick or something like that, I'll just use my fingers. And I was like, oh, I'm doing this thing. I guess it's, depending on how deliberate you try to acquire a skill or something, maybe. I don't know if that makes any sense, but.
Well, as a newbie, I'm still trying to learn chords. So I'm a newbie, but Matthew teaches awesome. So.
So as far as the tuning, it was absolutely dropped D tuning.
Was it?
I think it
That
was double drop D.
or
Because
C
the
drop.
tones, it'd be like double drop D would be D on the high E string as well.
Oh, okay.
Because
That makes sense.
Jimmy Page used it in Going to California, I believe, most famously.
Neat. Yeah, I haven't actually messed with that one. That's a really cool idea. But yeah, it's definitely at least on the 6 string D. Was it an open tuning? I don't think so, but I'm not sure. He wasn't using chord forms that immediately jumped out at me as standard, so I'm not sure. He was doing all these melody chords while he was playing the bass, which was keeping the beat. It was such a nice, and I loved his voice on it. It was so expressive, and like it had just the right amount of edge and just the right amount of smoothness, and you know, it
Mhm.
was mellow and just I don't know. I really liked it. I like how we wove all those guitar solos in, um, while keeping the beat without any obvious transition. Just a really good flow throughout.
Mhm.
And I love that part where he did that descending at the end. The root and then the seventh and then the sixth and then the flat six and all
Yeah.
that's such a cool way to build up that giant tension there right before you end. Um,
Mhm.
and that was just masterfully done. Rather than just your standard dominant or whatever, it's just backwards way using that flat six to get your tension leading back into your root. It's a really nice trick.
I love listening to these guitar covers too because I feel like I like, and it's so much fun taking lessons with you, Matthew, and learning the guitar and stuff, and learning some of these newer techniques too that I've never heard of. That he's doing and stuff. It's pretty cool that to know that hey, maybe I can learn that later. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the song, I thought it was beautiful. I loved it. He did a really outstanding job with it. Beautiful voice and everything, and I loved the melody in the beginning of it too. Just it opened really nicely, and I loved it. It was really awesome.
So I think this would give a nice distinction between country and western because a lot of
Yeah.
people A lot of people think the country western is one thing, and on the radio it might be because they fused the two. But I met a gentleman one time, a long time ago, and it was one of those things where you're at a party and you're just kind of chit chatting with people, and that person gives you information that was going to be relevant later in your life, and you didn't really even like matter. It didn't. You didn't pay that much. Like you didn't care that much about it at the time, but you were really paying attention to the person because you knew that they were a wise old cat that was seasoned and knew a lot about the business, and he was teaching
Yeah.
me about the difference between country and western, and that's a huge example, I would say, of western, not at all
Yeah.
country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it. Like I don't always listen to Western or country, but whenever I do hear it though, I really do like it.
Well, country is more, South Appalachia area
Mhm.
music, folk music influence made country.
Yeah.
It's more like white hillbilly music, right? But Western is
Yeah.
different. It's based on like more of like the cowboy music tradition, like from people going out west and singing songs about going out there. And so it's a different guitar
Yep.
style, but they both use acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
but
why
it's
you got
different.
Texas blues too.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take Western and then you take that New Orleans blues and you've got that nice mesh. Right. And I think that's where music's going to keep going. I mean, it's not that it's not possible to create new genres, especially with the computer, anything's possible. But like
Mhm.
I feel like the best stuff is when it takes the best elements of multiple genres and creates something really cool with it. And you know, I like that because even though it wasn't a blues song, the vocals had just enough of that blues, you know, to give it a lot of emotion. It wasn't just some guy just singing a song. I mean,
Yeah.
really feeling it. He was really emoting the feelings, and it was nice.
Mhm.
I really liked it. I felt like it was a virtuosic performance, and being live, the sound was just incredible. I really liked it. Thank you,
Oh,
Eve. I
yeah. I liked it, Eve. Thumbs up.
All right. Everybody, all my righteous dudes, you guys are awesome. Make sure you guys show your support by going to Evelyn Holland's page and subscribing. Going to Jennifer's music page. I'm not sure what you're calling it today.
It's
Change,
Jennifer's music page. I changed it
changing
back.
it every other day now.
Well,
Just
I
kidding.
I had to because I had an advertisement in the newspaper, and
Congratulations.
it couldn't fit my full name in there, so I just decided to change it back. So
There'll be a card. Click, click. Go to
yeah,
the
yeah.
description. Find her link. Go over to her page. Subscribe to Jennifer.
Sorry.
Subscribe to Kyle Walls. Everybody, subscribe to Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. 2 minutes left. Make sure you guys check out all the important things that we got for you to check out. Starting with we don't get paid for these doing reactions. Copyright takes it, and we pause for nobody. That doesn't help. So if you like the show, if you appreciate what we're doing here, go over to patreon.com for exclusive weekly bonus content. I got a new bonus video coming out this week. I haven't even decided what it's going to be yet. Patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio for all the bonus content. LibrariPay.com/Matthews the non-profit way to support the studio. BuyMeACoffee.com. You can just get me a coffee. How easy is that? /Matthews Music and Venmo @Matthews Music. Send me a tip. No commit at Venmo. Everybody, also MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com for your music lessons, the only place where you get to record the lessons and keep them forever.
You get to keep them forever, like Palpatine in the Star Wars universe. Keeps coming back even when you think he's dead. He'll be back again, you'll see. Forever!
And thank you for the awesome music lessons, Matthew. I love the guitar and voice lessons. Thank you.
That was a little bit too aggressive for Palpatine. I really need to lay back a little more. I was giving it a little bit too much.
I liked
rest.
it. But yeah, thank you for the music lessons you've given me. I've loved your lessons, and I hope others sign up.
In time, you'll grow more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Everybody, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Sound Live. Thank you guys so much for being here with me.